Hello, so in this video I'm going to explain how you won't fix driving anxiety by just driving. Now I've mentioned this many times before about how you won't just get over a fear of driving by going out and pushing through and just keep going, keep doing it. But I want to explain more in this video about exactly how that works. So what we've got on the screen here is at the top we've got your conscious mind, and at the bottom we've got your subconscious mind. Now we all have a conscious and a subconscious. So your conscious is what takes care of everyday things. So your logic, your reasoning, your language, that kind of thing is done consciously most of the time. But there is also the subconscious mind, and this takes care of everything in the background. So for example, when you drive on autopilot, this is what's happening. You're driving subconsciously without knowing what's going on. When you breathe, when you walk, these are all things you do subconsciously. You don't have to think about them. Now, when people have driving anxiety, the problem is they often think about it with their conscious mind. So let's look at what the conscious mind thinks about things. Remember, the conscious mind is logical and analytical. So in the conscious mind, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Well, it makes sense, right? Driving anxiety equals I need driving lessons, because people logically think, well, if I've got driving anxiety, then I need driving lessons. They think, I have to try harder. If I just push through and keep driving, I'll be fine. The problem is, this is all conscious. So this will do nothing, zero, to get rid of driving anxiety, because all problems in your mind exist, and this is without any exception whatsoever. All problems in your mind exist here in the subconscious. Now this is roughly 10 times more powerful than this. Your conscious mind makes up just a small portion of your overall mind, so this is quite weak. This is what you might think with logically, 2 plus 2 equals 4, driving anxiety means I need to drive. This is all logical. And this is why people say, well, it doesn't make sense. I keep driving and I've had lessons and I just can't get rid of it. Because you're thinking with the conscious mind, and that isn't where the problem is. The problem lives in the subconscious mind. So let's have a look at how the subconscious mind thinks. And I'm going to warn you, this will be a little bit weird when you first see it, but it will all make sense in the end. Maybe. So your subconscious mind thinks 2 plus 2 equals submarine. Now you're probably thinking, how can 2 plus 2 equals submarine? That makes no sense whatsoever. Well, it actually does, because you see, your subconscious mind does not speak using language and words as your conscious mind does. Your subconscious mind uses things like symbols, colours, algorithms. That's how this attaches things to each other. So you know when you have a dream, all dreams have some kind of meaning. You may not know what they are, but dreams are when your subconscious mind is talking to you. So one example of this is, you may have seen a picture of a submarine once, and let's say there was 2 somethings at the front and 2 somethings at the back, maybe 2 engines or 2 propellers, whatever. It could be anything you've seen, 2 at the front, 2 at the back. So your subconscious mind thinks, oh, 2 and 2 is a submarine. So you see how there is some kind of logic here. It doesn't make any sense logically to us with the conscious mind, but it does make sense really. And if you think that's weird, look at what's coming up next. Driving anxiety equals football sticker collection. So how does that work? Well, this is where most people go wrong. They go to a driving instructor, never going to work. This here, the conscious mind, you will never, ever, ever, ever fix driving anxiety using the conscious mind. So what does driving anxiety equals football sticker collection mean? Well, this is where my training comes in, because I understand how the subconscious mind thinks. Now, just how you even get to this is something I won't go over in this video. How you would even come up with the fact that driving anxiety equals a football sticker collection. But let's look at what this was for a past client of mine. A client of mine had been at school, and they'd been caught when they should have been in class. They was actually around the back of the building swapping football stickers. You know, those kind of ones you buy and you open the pack and you get a random pack of stickers, and you have to collect all of them in an album. Well, they'd been caught round the back of the school building by a teacher, and this teacher went mad at them and shouted at them. They then obviously got very embarrassed and scared, and they were frightened, and they were shaking, and their hands were shaking, and they was getting out of breath because they were really scared what was going to happen, like were they going to get in trouble, were they going to tell the parents. Now, years later, that person was in a car crash, so their mind thought, wow, this driving's pretty dangerous, I need to stop them driving or they're going to kill themselves, because your subconscious mind is always working to protect you and help you. So their mind thought, they're driving, this is dangerous, how can I stop them? I know, I'll go back to that time they got caught around the back of the school swapping football stickers. They hated that, so I'm going to give them that feeling when they drive. Now, what did I say about the way the person felt when they were caught swapping these stickers? Remember I said their hands were shaking and they got short of breath. Isn't that what it's like when you have driving anxiety? Yeah, because you see, your driving anxiety is actually football sticker collection. So what we do is we find this, how we find it's for another video, we work on this and we release that problem, and this can all take sometimes seconds. I've had times where in one sentence I've just said it to people and they've said, well, oh, so I've been feeling all this because of that. Bingo, boom, bang, problem gone, because your mind will instantly disconnect this from driving. He thinks, hey, I've got it wrong, take driving off that. You can drive again. Easy. But you see how that is what works. That's how you get rid of driving anxiety. It's also how you get rid of other things like fear of flying, stopping smoking, losing weight, insomnia. All problems you have that are in the mind come down to a similar kind of thing. And the last thing the subconscious mind will think is they're trying harder to fix it, make the problem worse to stop them. This is why you can't just push through, because you see, this might seem to make sense. You might think, well, that's logical. It's not, because they're trying harder to fix it. So logically, you would think, well, if someone's trying so hard to fix something, maybe it's wrong, maybe it needs fixing. But your subconscious mind doesn't think that. He thinks, they're trying harder to drive, I've got to show them it's dangerous, so make the problem worse to stop them. So all these people that say, just push through, just keep going, you'll be okay, buy my special driving course, and I can take you out driving and you'll feel fine. Do you know why you feel fine when you do driving lessons? Because you're with someone else. That's what they never tell you, because they never realise that themselves. Yes, you'll go out in the car with an instructor and feel fine, but when the instructor gets out the car, oh dear, this is going to kick in, and you are not going to overcome this by driving lessons, I can promise you. You can push all you want. If you try harder to fix it, it'll make the problem worse to stop you. So I wonder what your story is. I wonder what your football sticker collection story is. Because we've all got a story. Any problem you've got has a story like this attached to it. Sometimes more than one. Sometimes you can go to some really unpleasant places with this. There have been times when it's been something quite funny like this. I've also had some very deep, dark times, things I won't even talk about online because it's private. But when people ask me, why don't you film sessions? Because you never know what this is going to equal. And while sometimes it could be quite a funny one, this would have been a good one to film and to show people. But sometimes this can be anything, and I mean anything. I can promise you, this will have nothing to do with driving. Yeah, it's not about the crash. The crash is what makes this happen, but this isn't the crash itself. So I hope that's helped you understand that. Check out these other videos on the screen for more help, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world, I work online. So if you want to work with me to overcome your fear of driving, contact me through my website firstdrive.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon for more videos.